exciting to name that and allow the boys to realise that they'll be the first to represent this group.
Can you talk us through some of the considerations you had to make in naming this squad? We know that you had Prem finalists, URC finalists joining up late. So can you just talk us through some of the things you had to kind of weigh up and consider?
Yeah, obviously we met up the week before as a group of 24 and went out to Portugal for 5 days. So those guys are ahead of the game. It actually turned out quite a nice mix for those guys to get ahead of the curve, etc. Quite a diverse group in the sense of combinations and people not playing together, etc. So it's nice for that group to have a week where they get settled in, and for the other guys to join them on Monday. You know, some on a high, one not. But it's nice for them to be able to have a bit of time to spend with the lads and get to know everyone and see what's been going on. And they've had one training session together, so it was nice to get everyone together finally.
Of the names that you've put out today, 14 players could make a Lions debut. Can you just give us a sense of what an opportunity this is for them on Friday night?
Well, it's what they dream of. There's no doubt about that. You can just tell with the buzz in the group and what it means to them. You know, the excitement around the place. It just shows what it means to them. And we've seen it in the preparation, how diligent they've been, how quickly they've come together as a group, and the bond that they've got already within such a short space of time is great to see. But best foot forward and all that, and it's all about the performance on Friday night, isn't it? Because that's how we're all going to get judged. We want to do the shirt proud, and we want to represent the group properly on Friday night.
You've invited Jack van Poortvliet in this week to train. Can you just give us an update on Gibson Park and how he is, and whether you're able to offer any kind of time frame on his kind of return to play?
Good news on most of the injuries actually. They're all a week or so away from being fit. We didn't quite know until Jamison got another scan Monday night, I think. That was pretty positive as well. So Jack comes over as cover for this game. Jamison should be up and running for the week after. And
can you just update us? You almost referred to others in that answer. I don't know if Huw Jones was one of those, if there's anyone.
Huw Jones has trained with us this week, and he's been back into full training, so that's great. Hugo Keenan ran for the first time a couple of days ago. Everything's going pretty well as far as that's concerned, and there's always one or two bumps and bruises that you're trying to nurse with the nature of rugby within itself, so we're in good shape.
And Maro, if we can just come to you, you'll captain the Lions for the first time on Friday night. Give us a sense of how you're feeling now that you're here in Dublin and inside the stadium.
No, I'm incredibly excited. It's a tremendous opportunity for myself and the whole team. As Andy said, this is our first opportunity to set the standard that we want to be, set the kind of team that we want to be, and give our first account of ourselves. So we've had just under 2 weeks of great prep, and we're excited to get going.
Thank you very much.
Andy, people always get excited around seeing new combinations on Lions Tour, and one of the ones that jumped out this afternoon that most people were talking about was Bundy and Sayone in the centre. What are you hoping to see from the two of them? How do you see them working together as a team?
Probably the same as what you're hoping to see. A dominant partnership. But we know that we're coming up against a side who are pretty good in those type of positions as well. So they've been great. Getting on the same page, sharing each other's strengths and weaknesses, etc., and trying to get across what is a new system to everyone. So very diligent and excited to see that partnership along with a few others.
And with Tadgh Bierne, he obviously hasn't played in a good while. Was it important to try and get him out as early as possible, just to make sure his fitness is up there and his the injuries?
Well, he's fit and I'm ready to go and train well, and as keen as everyone else to get the show on the road.
Andy, does the 23 that you put out maybe show the depth and the quality within this squad, given who wasn't in Portugal and therefore who's not available for this game, if you like? Looking at that 23, it just looks like a star-studded lineup from start to finish.
Thanks very much. I'll take that. It's good. It's exciting, isn't it? I mean, I did an exercise a couple of weeks ago, and I've done it about 5 times since, of what you'd think that your test side could be, and you actually can't even go there because there's such good competition, and that's how it should be. The exciting thing about Friday night is these guys get to show the teammates that are sat in the stand what they're all about. Because ultimately, what happens on these tours, you can talk about anything that you want to, but these guys, all they're trying to do is gain respect of one another. And you know, I'm sure World Rugby will be watching this to try and see how Argentina and ourselves perform. But these guys are just trying to impress one another first and foremost. And if we can get that competitive nature throughout and combine that with the bonding that we've already seen so far, it's not a bad recipe.
How many minutes would you like to get into Tadgh Furlong's legs, ideally?
120. Well, it is what it is. Like the game, you have all best plans, don't you, for a game of rugby, and you know you've got to be ready from minute 1, or you know you roll with the punches, and you want to get somebody on ideally after 50 minutes or 55 minutes, and that doesn't come to fruition. They end up getting 5 minutes at the end. So it is what it is, like, you know, and everyone understands that.
Obviously, you need to hit the ground running. You want to be doing that for Argentina. For Australia. The team that Argentina have picked today is certainly going to do that for you, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I don't think there's much surprises as far as that's concerned. They're a well-drilled, well-organised team that's been playing some fantastic rugby, certainly over the last 18 months, and 5th in the world, and beating everyone in the path over the last couple of years shows exactly where they're at. And we realise as well just how special it is for them, and what a privilege it is to be here at the Aviva, you know, for the Lions playing the first game in Ireland. Special occasion for all, so it's great that they've come to the party.
Maro, on that, very few people get to be Lions captain, even fewer get to be captain on home shore. What's it going to feel like leading the side out in this stadium?
No, it's going to be amazing. It's been very nice to be so warmly received in Dublin, because that tends not to be the case. I'm walking around the streets today and this week. But no, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great spectacle. It's one which the players just can't wait for, to be honest. We can't wait to get out there. We can't wait to show ourselves and show everyone what we've been about, and we very much look forward to it.
Some nice combinations in there and some established ones as well. I mean, 4 of the 15 actually played the last time the Lions were together in South Africa in 2021, and you were one of them. Yourself and Tadgh, can you just give some thoughts on that as a pair?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed spending time with Tadgh. Obviously, we spent a bit of time together in the last tour and built a good relationship, and it's been amazing that we've been able to continue that this tour. And he's a fantastic player. That's clear for everyone to see. His ball skills and the way he moves the ball and controls, and he has that level of physicality to his game, which is really impressive. But probably one of the most impressive things I've seen from Tadgh has been his leadership and how he is around the group, and how he leads the boys in a very calm but mature way.
Just on leadership, you've been together as well.
Well, there you go. That's Maro Itoje, the British and Irish Lions captain, and the head coach, Andy Farrell, speaking ahead of the first game against Argentina on Friday at the Aviva Stadium. Let's just remind you, if you've not seen it already this afternoon, of the team that Farrell has picked for that game, with so many joining up just at the start of this week, those that had played for Leicester and for Bath in the Premiership final, and for Leinster in the URC final, not really involved particularly from the start. So we'll go with the forwards. Finlay Bealham in the front row, one of those late call-ups for Andy Farrell, who was so overjoyed to get his place on the Lions tour. The captain, Maro Itoje, alongside Tadgh Bierne in the second row. Jack Morgan is the only Welsh starter in the 15 as part of the back row, alongside the English pair of Tom Curry and Ben Earl. It's an all-English half-back pairing an all Northampton Saints half-back pairing of Alex Mitchell and Finn Smith, Van der Merwe and Freeman the wingers, either side of Bundiaki and Sione Tuipulotu, and then England and Harlequins Marcus Smith will be the fullback. As we said, a lot of different players will come into that Lions team as the tour progresses once they've got up to speed with training. But that is the 15 for the first game against Argentina.